Cochrane is well known for its annual rabbit festival, but in recent times the village has not been able to sustain rabbit meat production for the festival, and in some cases meat had to have been sourced from outside. Speaking at a town hall meeting on Thursday, Prime Minister Skerrit urged residents to take advantage of this opportunity. In other news, in preparation for the implementation of country poverty assessments in member states, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission conducted 9 country needs assessment missions to determine eligible areas for targeted support. The missions were carried out over a 6-month period from October 3rd, 2016 to March 30th, 2017, with funding from the Caribbean Development Bank under its Enhanced Country Poverty Assessment Project. The OECS Statistical Services Unit drove the initiative as the entity responsible for supporting member states with the implementation of the Enhanced CPA project and held consultations with key national stakeholders in all OECS member states. And German airlines are dropping safety rules brought in after the 2015 Germanwings plane crash, which required 2 people in the cockpit at all times. Andreas Lubitz killed 150 people by crashing the plane, apparently on purpose after the plane's captain left to use the toilet. Airlines now say the 2-person rule has no safety benefits. Eurowings, which merged with the Germanwings brand, is one of the airlines now dropping the requirement. The German Airline Association BDL announced the change, which will come into effect by June 1st on its website. It said its airlines will be reintroducing their original cockpit safety procedures. And this concludes your lunchtime news update, brought to you compliments Fresh Vitamins. I'm Linda Martin. Do join us again at 4 for the Prime Evening News Update. Good afternoon.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Desired Away. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Bring them in, I say, bring them in. Yes, the bottles are coming, and we are happy. Menu paka where the Guinness, the Shandy, and the Malta bottles. Pity free. Yes, continue mene se bouteille la bière 1 3, but where are the Guinness, the Shandy, and the Malta? Même conseil la bière, every 24 empty $6, and every full crate is $10. Will I oye? Under the potager, in the storeroom, under the cellar, under a step, in the drain, the grass, the highways, the byways. Find them with you, and bring them in. Bring the empty ones, and get your money.
Tout haïtien Casano is Zompawe. Ronald's Barbecue on the Kidfin Highway presents Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour, Saturday, April 29 from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Suavemente, besame.
Music by Prince Weddix. Presidente Specials, 3 for $10. Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour. Prizes and surprises. Bon manger. Fried sweet potato, banana pizza, pickles, potato salad, french fries, goat pork ribs, barbecue chicken, bagay wujla panla, and the famous stew wings in barbecue sauce. April 29 from 7 p.m. to midnight. Ronald's Barbecue on the Kentfield Highway. Bon manger, bon music, bon bagay.
This Mother's Day weekend, the spotlight will be on Granby and Portsmouth for a Mother's Day show you will never forget. Featuring live on stage and representing the mothers from Jamaica via New York, Ed Robinson live in concert alongside Fanatic Band, C-Square, Steely Man, Jason Ray Charles, DJs Two's Company, and DJ Uzi. Saturday, May 13th from 8 p.m. at the Geneva Heritage Park, Granby, and Sunday, May 14th from 6 p.m. Purple Turtle Beach Club in Portsmouth. Ed Robinson, up close and personal. Admission only $50. For ticket and information, call 613-5008 or 277-1304. Ed Robinson live in concert. sponsors Vibes Radio, Kubuli, Archipelago, Digicel, and Dominica Community Tourism. Powered by GX Sounds, Granby, and Newland Sounds, Portsmouth. See you there. See you there. See you there. See you there.
The Granby Village Council alongside Kubuli Beer, Belfast Estate, Heineken Beer, GX Songs, and Digicel, the Bigger Better Network present the second edition of Fet Isidore Chauffeur at Geneva House near Bernard's Shop in Granby. May say if for some reason you missed last week, hello, trust me, you can't afford to miss this Friday, cause this Friday is more fire. There will be live appearances by Blackout Songs, Golden Squad, Midnight Groovers, and the Ecstasy Band. All these powered by GX Songs. Lots of prizes and surprises awaits you. The event will be carried live on radio and on YouTube. So boysy, make sure you put your 4-pocket yellow shirt jack and your purple bell-bottom pants. As for the bar, you don't know already. Enough ice cold drinks awaits you. So Granby and environs, don't miss the second edition of Fet Isidore Chauffeur at Geneva House near Bernard Shop in Granby. Don't miss it, miss it, miss it.
If I follow my heart, I'm gonna love you.
This Mother's Day, Saturday, May 30th, the spotlight will be on South City Granby for a Mother's Day show you will never forget, featuring live on stage and representing the mothers from Jamaica via New York, Ed Robinson live.
Knock, knock, knock on heaven's door, boy.
Ed Robinson. Ed Robinson live in concert alongside the Fanatic Band, Still in Man, Jesse Rachel, Saturday, May 13th for the Geneva Heritage back in South City, Granby. Ed Robinson will sing for the mothers.
Mama, you know I love you.
Admission only $50 and tickets information please call 613-5008 or 245-0667. Ed Robinson live in concert. Partners include Dominica Community Tourism, Granby Tourism and Environmental Committee, Granby Village Council, Granby Center for the Arts and Culture, Digicel Archipelago, Kubuli Vibes Radio, and powered by JX Sound. Don't miss it.
It's a long time we haven't seen our friend around, but he's here with us. Of course, from the Dominica Brewery this afternoon. It's a big weekend, and there's a lot happening this weekend. Just before we start off, Talk on the Block, we'll talk to a friend for a few minutes. What's going on, Elvis?
Good afternoon, Matt. How you doing?
I'm happy to see you, man. It's been a little while.
It has been a while. So, Matt, as a matter of fact, we are not seen for the entire Lenten season.
Oh, we haven't seen. I guess for you, it's, resting time. I hope you took the time to rest.
Steve, Matt, that's been a while I've not been with you, so I keep saying.
Not saying, but I'm just saying I hope you took the time to rest. Is that what happened?
No.
Okay.
No.
You were still out.
No, because we're still in the business of selling and selling, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bit harder during the Lenten season to do some selling because you can't go around making so much noise and all those big things to normally do. So it's a bit harder, of course, during the Lenten season to keep on track, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, so what's happening this weekend?
This weekend, Matt, we just want to remind persons of what's happening every Friday with Dominica Brewery and Beverages, the old school bar in Laplin. Every Friday is Reggae Friday. There was a little break during the Lenten season as well, and they're coming back in full swing. Full swing this Friday at the old school bar in Laplin with DJ Pirate, Kobe Hole in Loubier with Waters Friday, Simon Club and Sports Bar in Massac. Burger and Beer every Friday. Lily's Hotspot, Fokole, Candy Crush with Karaoke Fridays every Friday in Picard. We also have the Ultra Song Band with Reggae Night at the Hub in Collyho, Ruby's Gas Station, Portsmouth, the Urban Garden Cafe, 8 Castle Street with your Kubo Leaf 410 from 4 to midnight. Miss Bell Shop, Salib Beer, Green Light, Portsmouth, Captain's Bar, Campbell, Maria Mason, Meru, the Palette Bar, Concord, and we also want to remind you of the Manufacturers Association at the Roseau Market, where you can pick up your 6-pack and of course all your local products at the Manufacturers Association and Market. And what's happening this Friday? Today, of course, it's Secret Fridays. Secret Fridays with Mr. Mix at the Secret View in Reggae Hall. So it's Secret Friday, this Friday with Mr. Mix. And of course, we tell you, the size of the tiles at the Secret View is sufficient.
Where is that? I haven't heard of that.
For you to rent a tile with your partner. You just rent a tile with your partner at the Secret View at Reggae Hall. So you can check us out tonight.
At the Reggae. Okay,
yes,
I get you.
Definitely.
I get you.
Secret View. That's where it is. So you can rent a tile. You can call, of course, to book your tile. Oh no. Also at Checkers with Friday Free Up in Fokole. Checkers right next to Dominica Brewery and Beverages. Yakuboli free for 10 this afternoon. So check them out. And free for 10 at Checkers Free Up. Checkers Friday Free Up in Fokole. Roslyn on the Pottersville Highway. Roslyn Fridays every Friday. It's on today. Karaoke Fridays at the HQ Police Headquarters. We also have something big happening this Friday, and it's happening where? In Granby. Granby, yes, Granby, you heard. It's Easy Dot time again, and we have the Easy Dot Chauffeur on in Granby, and this time it's happening next to Bernard's Place in Geneva House. So you can check them out. Last week Friday was massive at Alessandro Square, and this Friday is next to Bernard's Place in Geneva House. So you can check them out tonight. Of course, the weather have given us a nice hold up, and we know, of course, with our prayers, that we're gonna have some good weather later, leading into the morning time. So you can check them out in Granby for the Isidore Chauffeur Mayfest is on. See, last night was massive at the Cool Breeze, and they're promising nothing short of being better than last night. And I can tell you, last night was roadblocks. So imagine what's going to happen tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, Monday at Marigot for Mayfest. So it's on this weekend, Mayfest in Marigot. Also, there's a big weekend happening in Grand Fond. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Dominoes on Friday. Local DJs on Saturday and on Sunday. DJ Flip the Boss and the Triple K in Grand Fond for this weekend. So it's a big weekend in Grand Fond for the Mayfest. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Triple K, of course, and DJ Flip the Boss on Sunday. And Runner's Barbecue. Runner's Barbecue is on. It's the Presidente Night. The Presidente Night at Runner's Barbecue tomorrow, Saturday from 7. You can check us out at Runners for this big Presidente Night at Runners tomorrow, Saturday. The HTA Trade Show and Cocktail Party happening at the State House tomorrow, Saturday as well, from 11 to 11. So the trade show is from 11 to 5, and from 6 to 11 will be the cocktail session of this big trade show and cocktail party happening at the State House with the DHTA. On Saturday as well, there's a friendship jam happening with the Swinging Stars in Maho on Saturday. Campbell Road, yes, it's a Blocko style jam, friendship jam happening with Swinging Stars in Maho, Campbell Road. So check it out. Tomorrow, Saturday. On Sunday, we move to Soufriere with Wifi and crew in Soufriere on Sunday. Also on Sunday, Laplin playing field will light up as well with big action in Laplin. So you can check them out there for that. And on Monday, of course, we all know that during the month of April after Easter, it was Kubuli full swing. And now, from Monday, 1st of May, we'll move into Kubuli Good Times. And we'll start the Kubuli Good Times this Monday at Miniers 7-Eleven, Portersville, with the Kubuli full swing. With the Kubuli Good Time, let the good times rule at Miniers in Portersville. Come check us out with your Kubuli free for 10, and also your fish fingers and all the lovely menus. They're there at the Meals on Wheels at Portersville. So you can check them out. Check us out on Monday for this big one. And of course, the domino tables will be there, the stools will be there, the dominoes will be there. And we're expecting, if you feel you can play dominoes, just check us out at Miniers on Monday. We also have rollers in Portersville On Monday, where your Kubuli will be free for 10. Fansos by the bridge, your Kubuli free for 10 as well. Anti-Mave and Chicas as well on the Marigot bus stop, where your Kubuli will be free for 10 on Monday. We know, of course, it's a big Kubuli affair. You know the opening of the bridge, so we'll take some advantage of that and come down and celebrate, of course, Workers' Day with us at Miniers, Rollers, Fanso, Chicas, and Anti-Mave on Monday. And we're telling you, on Monday, once you join us, we'll knock our bottles with you and make it a grand time at Miniers for this big one. Let the good times roll at Miniers.
All right, you see a lot of activities happening this weekend, and on Monday, don't forget, it's a holiday, so there's more happening this Monday. Elvis, I want to say thank you for stepping in today. We'll see you again next week.
Quite a few things, of course, happening on Monday. We know, Matt, all over the place. We know there's a big walk with WAWU, big health walk with WAWU, and on a Monday, big celebration as well at the headquarters with some dominoes, and so we're asking persons, of course, to take part in this one, and all what is happening for Workers' Day on Monday. And yes, Matt, we will be seeing us sometime, but I just want to remind persons that today is World Safety Day.
I see that.
Safety first. Safety comes first in everything.
So don't drink and drive this weekend, okay?
Don't drink and drive. If you're going to Granby or Marigot this weekend and you plan to have a few, find yourself a designated driver.
Thank you very much for some good advice on Safety Day 117. We're coming back to talk when we come back.
This Mother's Day weekend, the spotlight will be on Granby and Portsmouth for a Mother's Day show you will never forget. Featuring live on stage and representing the mothers from Jamaica via New York, Ed Robinson live in concert alongside Fanatic Band, C-Square, Steely Man, Jason Ray Charles, DJs Tools Company, and DJ Uzi. Saturday, May 13th from 8 p.m. at the Geneva Heritage Park, Granby, and Sunday, May 14th from 6 p.m. Purple Turtle Beach Club in Portsmouth. Ed Robinson, up close and personal. Admission only $50. For ticket and information, call 613-5008 or 277-1304. Ed Robinson live in concert. Sponsors Vibes Radio, Kubuli, Archipelago, Digicel, and Dominica Community Tourism. Powered by GX Sounds, Granby, and Newland Sounds, Portsmouth. See you there. See you there. See you there.
Get ready to take it up a notch in true Blue Star style. Join us at the Midfest Reunion. Wake up, boom. Hey, Breakfast Fest, Friday, April 20th. Introducing from Wada. International, your style, Edai, Money Over, and Kevly. From the capital city, the award-winning Signal Band. From White City Grand 4, Virtual Band. Come enjoy traditional rhythm, Lapo Capwit, the real Lapo Capwit vibe from Marigot, Sugar Fire. Your DJs for the evening, versatile DJ, A-Star, the next international act from St. Martin. Top of the top, DJ Blaze. Admission, white tops are $30, no white top $40. Doors open at 8 p.m. Hosted by Mr. Versatile. Sponsors for this event are Q95 FM Radio, Heineken Beer, Fruta, Turkish Pizza, Archipelago Trading, Kubuli Beer, Fine Foods Inc., Marigot Development Corporation, Africa Rental, Country Style Distribution, Duals Whiskey, Belfast Estate, Alan Care Promotions. Friday, April 28th. Don't miss. White top, foam, powder, breakfast fest. See you there.
Tout haïtien Kazanou et Zompawe. Rollers Barbecue and the Kidfin Highway presents Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour. Saturday, April 29th from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Suavemente, bésame.
Music by Prince Weddix. Presidente Specials, 3 for $10. Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour. Prizes and surprises, bon manger. Fried sweet potato, banana pizza, pickles, potato salad, french fries, goat pork ribs, barbecue chicken, bagay wujla panla, and the famous stew wings in barbecue sauce. April 29th from 7 p.m. to midnight. Rona's Barbecue on the Kentfield Highway. Bon manger, bon music, bon bagay. This Mother's Day, Saturday, May 30th, the spotlight will be on South City Grand Bay for a Mother's Day show you will never forget, featuring live on stage and representing the mothers from Jamaica via New York, Ed Robinson live.
Knock, knock, knock on heaven's door, boy.
Ed Robinson. Ed Robinson live in concert alongside the Fanatic Band, Stilleman, Jesse Rachel, Saturday, May 13th at the Geneva Heritage back in South City, Grand Bay. Ed Robinson will sing for the mothers.
Mama, you know I love you.
Admission only $50 and tickets information please call 613-5008 or 245-0667. Ed Robinson live in concert. Partners include Dominica Community Tourism, Grand Bay Tourism and Environmental Committee, Grand Bay Village Council, Grand Bay Center for the Arts and Culture, Digicel Archipelago Kumuli Vibes Radio, and powered by JX Sound. Don't miss it.
$122. I'm going to start off this afternoon with some good news. I'm here, Mr. Of course, Sanford, there from the Cap Territory, won his matter in court this morning. You remember that? Good afternoon. How are you doing, sir? I thought we, of course, we.
Matt, hello.
Oh, you there? Okay. I thought we lost you. What's going on?
I'm doing well, Matt.
You're doing well. I'm hearing some good news from the court this morning.
Well, yeah. We have been blessed. The Great Spirit has touched the Kalinago brother. The spirit of the ancestors is still alive in the Kalinago country. Mm-hmm. And today, the matter against me in the court for obstruction was dismissed because the police, withdrew the evidence against me in that court matter, and I'm happy for the result.
But that's a turnaround. I mean, they came to your home, very early one morning, and of course, to come to court this morning and had your matter dismissed.
Yeah, Matt, it clearly indicates, that there is an abuse of power in this country. I believe the politicians are taking advantage of the police force and allowing, the police to compromise their policing work to do the bidding of politicians. And clearly, we saw this morning in this case that it was an abuse of power by the authorities, the people in the political offices, trying to, do malicious damage to an opposition person who stands on the side of truth and righteousness and who will not stand for the things that are being done in this country. And as such, they try to, humiliate me through the abuse of their power, through the institution of the police. I must say today, though, I want the police to understand that I understand, the situation and the pressure they are under. But I want to encourage them to keep doing the good work that they do. They have a role in the proper administration of justice in this country, and they should not compromise that at any time.
But they came up with no evidence at all?
Yeah, they withdrew the evidence in the matter, and as such, the case had to be dismissed. But that was always the case, Matt, because remember, these guys, they came to my home in the early hours of the morning, terrorized my children. Actually, my daughter is still scared. Anytime the dog barks and somebody comes in the yard, she still runs and hides because of what she witnessed, police officers in military uniform.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 4 years old and brandishing guns and have her mom pushed aside to come to my room, So she witnessed all that with a charge of subversion, and in the court, in the police station, an hour after they changed it to obstruction. So you could see clearly that the police were just following directives from those in power, and it's an abuse of their power, really.
Well, what is the lesson there for you from this incident?
Well, for me, first of all, I'm happy for the support that I received from the Patriots, those who supported me during that day and still, throughout the case and even this morning. And those who prayed for me, it tells me that there's still a lot of good people in this country who stand on the side of righteousness and truth. wants what is good for Dominica. I am only a simple Kalinago brother trying to make my contribution to nation building, to make sure that what is good, pervades in society, that our citizens do what is right and not necessarily cherish the end of what they do, but do things in the right process to bring prosperity in a good manner to this country. And what it tells me that there are people who in this country who would like to see a different side of this thing and to the end of the country. So I think it's a lesson of empowerment for me. It's a lesson for the people to have hope, have faith in the system, and have faith in and believe in what is right and what is good. And to the politicians out there who feel that they can make reckless statements because they have a position of authority and power and not see the consequence, I believe they need to find their awakening. And I'm not. This is not the end of it. As a Kalinago brother, I sense there was some racial discrimination in the way the police conducted their affairs, because I wasn't the only one.
You think it was racial?
It was. There was an element of racial discrimination, and I think that was not necessarily from the police, but from the people giving the directives. And during the political, in the political speeches, they say they love the Kalinago people, but in the treatment of a Kalinago brother who doesn't necessarily stand up or support what they do, they unleash their true colors. So there's a bit of racial discrimination, and I sense it in the way the process was carried out in this particular incident. But we will overcome that, and we're pushing ahead. We believe that there's better days for Dominica, and things will get better. And the people just have to have hope and faith that doing what is right and staying on the side of truth and righteousness will always take you, to the end in a good way.
Thank you very much, my brother, and again, congratulations to you and the Opposition United Workers' Party on this one.
Thank you, Mark, for the opportunity to share this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Kiss dismiss. 449-309-596. See what's going on in Dominica here. An abuse of power. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, man. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, this is a simple matter, Since we have a dictator in this country, and people blaming this, people blaming that, any country a dictator is, you don't see how poor they're becoming, all of them. So then, therefore, you have to blame the dictator, because the police force, there is one man, the chief of police, to me, he is the messenger, and he does anything that is asked to be done by the dictator, and that is the way I'm looking at it. So this government cannot be sued, this dictator cannot be sued. I mean, so many things they have done. Look at what they're doing to Linton. And, I cannot understand what's happening in Dominica, man. Oh gosh, man. Take it easy.
Oh gosh, my brother. Thank you very much. It's 1:28. Have you seen what's going down in Venezuela? Some people fear that we may become a Venezuela. 129. Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon, Matt Pelty. How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing? Wayne James.
Yes. This is
former police officer.
Yes, Matt Pelty. Well, I just want to say congrats to Claudius Stanford. This is a gentleman that has really done well for the Carib people. He's one of our bright sparks in this country, and it was very sad to hear what he went through on the morning when he was harassed. My advice to Claudius is, now that you have passed the stage, there are other stages that you need to engage. And I'll meet you or give you a call, Claudius, and advise you what next to do. Because, we must never allow these things to continue in this country, Dominica.
So there's a step he can take.
For sure, Matt. For sure. I mean, you just heard what the gentleman said about his daughter. The effect that has had on his daughter from then up to this present moment. I mean, what? Is that all? Is his daughter, how long then is that going to last in the mind of his daughter? And it's business as usual? No, it's not business as usual. Because, you see, you need to have evidence, my brother, when you're doing these things. And then it is very clear I really sympathize with my former colleagues who have to really
take instructions,
yes,
illegal instructions.
But you know what? I'm seeing a light at the tunnel, because after listening to the chairman of the police welfare and I think it's the secretary the other day, I want to say to my former colleagues, be strong and continue doing what you all are doing, because I just want to say to you all that your former colleagues who are outside in Dominica and overseas, we are listening, we are looking, and we are there to lend the support that you all will need in critical times. Because you know what? Those persons engaged in what they're doing now, they understand the value of the persons who have served and who are out there at this present moment. They know. And I can assure my fellow colleagues that whenever you all want our advice, we are more than willing. Brothers here in Dominica, overseas, they understand, because we have been there before. We have been there before. And, when I heard that the chairman of the police welfare and the secretary spoke the other day, I felt vindicated, because this Daniel Carbon, it's a man who, as I said, I consider to be a friend and advised him. All I did was try to advise him. And I believe right now he's sitting back and maybe wondering and saying, I should have really listened to Wayne James. How could I have wanted back for Daniel Carbon? That was my boss before I left the police force. And when we developed a good relationship, I informed him that he was going to be commissioner and gave him some advice. You understand? Instead, he turned 360 around. And I became a victim of this gentleman. Matt, I want to share that with Dominican people. The other day when my matter in terms of the legal arguments came up at the Barracoon building, I was standing out there with a former police officer who came to give me some support. And Daniel Carbon walked in there, my brother man, and he greeted the other police officer. Daniel Carbon did not say a word to me, as if this is a man that he has something personal against. And all I did is that Daniel Carbon took a decision. I felt aggrieved, and as a result of that, I took the matter to court. I have nothing personal against Daniel Carbon. And Daniel Carbon showed me on that morning that he has something personal against me. But all I can say to Daniel Carbon, my brother, I wish you well. But what I'm hearing from the police welfare, it's only time that will tell. So once again, I just want to say congrats to Claudius. And Claudius, I'll advise you what next step to take. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you so much. Hello. In the afternoon, 1:33 Talk on the Block. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
And how you doing?
Okay.
Matt, what I'm seeing.
Turn the volume down in whatever. Turn it down for me, please.
What I'm seeing, Matt, and what I'm hearing.
Okay.
All I can tell myself is that Dominica is fast becoming a second Venezuela. Good afternoon and thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Good afternoon. Somebody says here, Dominica is fast becoming a second Venezuela. That's his opinion, as I said. Are we becoming a second Venezuela? Let's wait and see. Hello, talk to me.
It is already a second Venezuela until you stand up, my brother.
Okay.
First, when the assault on Claudius Sanford and his young child was perpetrated, I actually rang you, and I don't know if Sanford heard me, but I'm giving the advice again. There's a gentleman called Mr. Kenneth Roth. Spelled R-O-T-H, not Kenneth Rejokin, but Kenneth Roth.
Okay.
This gentleman is the executive director of Human Rights Watch, which is an organization based in New York. This organization, Matt, is charged with the responsibility of investigating violations of gross abuse of human rights worldwide.
Okay.
That is mandated by the United Nations, of course. I advise him to get in touch with that man and lodge his complaint. Basically, Matt, what we are saying in Dominica really is a country which has gone the other way. One man does what he wants, which is Roosevelt Scarrett. He can curse you, he can send policemen at your home for no reason at all. I think Sanford should take the police to court for that kind of abuse when they've had no evidence at all. And also his daughter must be examined by a psychologist, Dr. Benjamin preferably, to see if that child suffers any psychological damage. Because in the future, that child may very well be affected by that matter, you know? And that is what he must take it up. This idea of being freed from that lower court, and I wouldn't celebrate that at all, especially when you're not guilty. We know what's going on here. We know that Carbon and his gangs and Skerrit, they can send anybody at anybody's home to frighten them, you know. And that sort of thing goes on. But unless we take the appropriate measures to stop those guys, man, you know, not only through the courts. As I said to you this morning, we must fight them in the lower courts. We must fight them in the high court. We must fight them in the appeal court. We must fight them every single where until we win. We cannot let these guys overwhelm us, Matt, you know. But as I said, we must take the right path. And if I was Sanford, I would contact Mr. Ruff immediately and lodge that complaint with Human Rights. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. This is Talk on the Block 136. The numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, and 449-3097. We'll take a break. When we come back, hello.
Matt, you want to wait to see Dominica get like Venezuela? Don't you know when Dominica become Venezuela, it will be too late for a lot of things? We have to take example from what we see happening in Venezuela and the other countries, and don't let it get to that point. Now, quickly about Sanford case. I agree with James, with Wayne, that he needs to take it further, because that is a wrongful arrest. That was just a pappy show that fellas do, just to show strength and to scare the opposition supporters, not necessarily the opposition members.
So they were trying to intimidate
the opposition to scare their supporters from taking to the streets. I think Sanford should take it further, and just hope it's not Stevenson, Bernie Stevenson, that is the judge when the case called, because she will not allow the evidence and she will give the judgment to Tony. Have a good day.
137. That's sad, huh?
Today could be your lucky day. My lucky day? Yes, your lucky day if you are a Flow customer. Flow prepaid customers win up to 100 free credit from Flow. Tap up $15 or more any day at any Flow location and you could win up to $100 free credit. Winners will be drawn daily and alerted via text message. Tap up now for your chance to win up to $100 free credit from Flow. Flow terms and conditions apply.
Tahitian Kazanou and Zompawe. Rona's Barbecue on the Kidfin Highway presents Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour, Saturday, April 29 from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Suavemente, besame.
Music by Prince Weddings. Presidente Specials, 3 for $10. Haitian Latino Presidente Happy Hour. Prizes and surprises. Bon manger. Fried sweet potato, banana peze, pickles, potato salad, french fries, goat pork ribs, barbecue chicken, bagay wujla padla, and the famous stew wings in barbecue sauce. April 29 from 7 p.m. to midnight. Rona's Barbecue on the Kentfield Highway. Bon manger, bon music, bon bagay.
All right, we're hearing from the courts that a man gets 10 years for sex with a minor. Carlton Baptist covered the courts this morning. Kalal, this is still going on, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to your many listeners. The court has been in session from this morning. Besides that, there were a few other matters. There was a case against Christophe Jouvier from Soufriere, grievous bodily harm, and unlawful wounding. The Director of Public Prosecutions asked that matter be withdrawn. So Christophe Jouvier, a matter against him, has been withdrawn and he was free to leave court. There was also a matter of sentencing with Mr. Stedman and Mr. Stedman dealing with bestiality. The judge had ordered a social inquiry report. She got that. She ordered a psychiatric report. It's been over a month now, Matt. And the judge really frowned on the powers that be, saying she's ordered a psychiatric report, and she just cannot understand why that psychiatric report has not been forthcoming in order for her to do the sentencing. So sentencing for this Frank Stedman, it is, has been further deferred. And there was also a matter dealing with Kenroy Paul for further sentence hearing. That matter came up today and it was further adjourned. The judge had to give a ruling, which she gave, and she has stated that she will give a written decision. She basically read the decision and she will give the written decision in the next few days. And then we had the matter dealing with Gary John Finn. Gary John Finn from the east coast of Dominica was indicted on account of unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor that between December 31st, 2012 and 31st day of March 2013, he had sex with a 13-year-old girl. She was 13 years and 7 months during the time of the incident. He pleaded guilty to the charge. And the incident is that at the time of the incident, the prisoner was the boyfriend of the child, of the virtual complainant, that is the child's older sister. In fact, let me just put it simple. He was in love with the child's sister, and he had sex with that child. And in fact, he had 2 children, twins, with her sister. And he entered the bedroom, saw the child there, and went fondling her, and against her wishes, held her hands and had sex with her. And he had sex with her a number of occasions in February of 2013 and March of 2013. And the child, of course, became withdrawn. Her mother observed that, took her to be medically examined, and they found that the hymen was gone. During the sexual intercourse, she bled, and she told him to stop, but he did not stop. And the judge, in passing sentence, told him that, he took advantage of the child. He had dealings with the child's sister. He had 2 children with her, but he felt that that was not enough. He went and had sex with the child, a child under the age of 16. And although he expressed remorse for the incident, but Matt, what amount of remorse can one express for such an incident? And his lawyer pleaded on his behalf, but that was not enough. The judge looked at the circumstances and said that the mitigating factors were not very many. The aggravating factors far outweighed the mitigating factors, and so the maximum sentence is 25 years in jail. She started at 12, and given the 1/3 reduction, brought it down to 9 years, and she added 1 year for further aggravating factors. So the sentence of the court was 10 years, 9 years plus 1 year additional added by the judge for the aggravating factors. The child attempted to commit suicide, and the child was withdrawn. The child was teased, Matt. She had to
at school.
Yes, at school. She had to be changed from one school to another. It was really, really touching for that young child at the age of 13 years, 7 months to have gone through that ordeal. And so the judge sentenced him to 10 years in jail, telling him there's nothing else that she could have done.
What was his reaction in the court, Kala?
He basically broke down in tears. The family members who were in court also broke down in tears. But he brought that on himself. He was a friend of the family. The child looked at him as a father figure, and he basically took advantage of the situation. He took advantage of that child and abused her to the extreme. Not once, on multiple occasions, he had sexual intercourse with her.
Looking at the cause list, Kalai, we still have other matters this year coming up for sexual offenses?
In fact, there's a matter going on that started, I think, on Wednesday. It was another sexual matter, and we have a number of other matters there of a sexual nature, Matt. So it's going to be a long, drawn-out time for judge, jury, police officers, and everybody as we have those matters. They continue to come far and wide, and they just continue to come, and really, it's really a shame if you have to sit in court, Matt, to hear the kind of things that happen to our young teenagers and be it young men, young women, how they have been abused by people that they know abuse them sexually. It's really a shame.
Very, very interesting, Kalal. And of course, we heard just yesterday that the judge, one judge in Dominica, we have a few judges, have actually rejected a high court ruling to take the matter to the higher court. You heard about that?
Well, you're talking about the matter dealing with Lennox Linton?
Yes, I know you've been paying close attention to that too.
Yes, I did, Matt. It's a 48-page decision that was handed down yesterday that I was able to get a hold of the decision about 2-3 hours after, because the basic matter is that the defense evidence submitted by the first named defendant, Lennox Linton, made reference to and relied on a single report. That is what the Anthony Astafan and co are saying. And it's saying that it does not warrant the charge of rape and extortion or the description of rapists against all the ministers. And Astafan then told the court that the defense filed in the matter disclosed no reasonable defense or defenses which may warrant any reasonable prospect of success in the circumstances. He asked that the defense ought to be struck out. And he says that the complaint is full of hearsay and alleged complaints which is not evidence of the material and the underlying facts and does not address or prove the allegations that the ministers raped and or extorted sexual favors from young people or women in exchange for assistance from the public police.
But of course, we heard, before you continue, we heard Lennox Linton saying, and of course, quoted wrongly on the DNO. I don't believe that it's fair for the judge to have decided the case without hearing evidence from the claimant who brought the action from the defendants who are being charged.
Well, you can say that, but J. Gilden Richards, his lawyer, in his submissions in opposition to strike, told the court that the defendant Linton relied on qualified privilege, fair comment, and justification. He told the court then that defense or part thereof discloses a sufficient defense which should be tested at the trial of this matter. She also told the court that the claimant's suggestion that the defense does not answer the defamatory words meaning or claims pleaded is unreasonable and preemptive. He also told the court that the question whether or not the defense of Linton is bad or not depends on the full circumstances of the evidence, which should be examined by a full trial by a judge, as in the Reynolds case. He urged the court to find that they had adequately pleaded and adduced evidence to support the defense of qualified privilege for trial. But Justice Stevenson said, quote, I have given careful consideration to the written and oral submissions made by the parties in this matter, and I have made a finding that effectively disposes of this application. She said that in the case at bar, the court is therefore required to determine whether the defense filed is bound to fail. And in that regard, the court is only concerned with the defense which is alleged discloses no reasonable ground for defending the claim and that it has no real prospect of success. And she further stated that applying the test laid down in the deciding cases and upon examining the words complained of, I find that the ordinary reasonable listener hearing the words as spoken by the first named defendant Linton would understand him to mean that the claimants, all of them, are guilty of committing a grievous criminal offense of rape and of harboring rapists. She further stated that having examined the evidence, there was no allegation that the ministers of government had raped anybody. She said that the defense of qualified privilege would not succeed, and the defense preferred by the defendants, when reviewed, are incapable of succeeding. She further stated that the words uttered by the first named defendant, Linton, and rebroadcast by the second named defendant, QFM, are seriously defamatory to the claimants. For these reasons, I shall strike out the defense filed by the defendants herein as unsustainable, without merit, and an abuse of the court's process.
But you don't expect it, Kalal John Baptist, based on, of course, your experience at the courts, to stop now?
Well, no, obviously not. And immediately after having said that, J. Gilden Richards, lawyer for Linton, indicated that they will appeal the matter.
Carla John Baptist, thank you so much. Enjoy your Easter weekend, my brother. Thank you so much. We have another 10 minutes. Interesting coming from the courts there, huh? Down there in Dominica. Hello, talk to me. How you doing? I see you're back.
Yeah, and you know normally I don't do that.
I know that. I suspect you love the subjects.
Well, no. I mean, you know, this matter with Lennox Linton, you will hear from me in a subsequent broadcast.
Okay.
Because I myself have received the judgment, and I'm going through it to see whether, you know, what sense I can make out of it. You know, based on, you know.
You see a lot of holes in that so far?
Yeah.
Giving you a little legal experience.
You know, as I said, you know, you'll hear from me.
Okay, my brother.
But you know, after I called just a while ago, I got a call from a police officer.
All right.
And if what he's saying to me, and I mean, I am in no position to doubt him.
Okay.
But if what he's saying to me, and I want my good friend Carl John Baptist to listen to what I'm saying and carry out further investigation. The officer said to me, Wayne James, you take Carbon to court and you expect Carbon to greet you? Carbon does not even return a salute to police officers that he does not like when they salute him, which is the obligation of the subordinate officer to salute the commissioner of police, and as a result, he returned the salute as a form of courtesy.
But tell me, just for my education, you salute who? Inspectors up?
No. From ASP up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the gazetted officers, the ranks below that, they have to salute them whenever they meet them.
Okay.
So for the commissioner of police to be doing this, I mean, things are even worse than I thought the police force is. The police officer also told me that the one evening, not too long ago, one of the individuals that Daniel Carbon recommended so highly to be an inspector of police, who should not even be a constable of police, turn off the lights on police officers patronizing the bar, you know. Subsequent to that, Daniel Carbon is sending a letter to the Police Welfare Association, giving them time for opening the bar at police headquarters and closing the bar.
I was just told that they can open from 10 to 2 and then close, and then reopen from about 6 o'clock till 10.
Oh, you got that information?
I just got that information.
Matt Pelty, I served in the police force, Matt Pelty, all these years. Matt Pelty, police headquarters is the area you find police officers socialize, and is there no matter what time it is. Where has Daniel Carbon revoked this from? So you see the situation the police force has found itself in at this point in time. My brother, former colleagues of mine, keep a steady head. Keep a steady head, because your day soon come nigh. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yes, I just got information that the police can now socialize from 10 to 2 in the day, and nighttime from about 6 to 10 in the evening. Good afternoon to all the police officers at the police bar. Hello. Usually I go there and socialize with the police officers. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Hello.
The barefoot men that are going on. But what about the case of Gunny Manuel that is there languishing for 6 years? If law and justice is not important for the big man and it is for the barefoot man alone, My brother, who have eyes to see will see, and who have ears to hear will hear. It's time that we put down our foot and ask this judge to go and let somebody who is going to do justice to each and every one equally remain here. Enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. I wonder if the lawyers have been hearing that since morning will be speaking out on what they believe or not believe justice in Dominica. I guess that depends too on what side of the fence you're politically, huh? Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, Mark.
Yes.
Mark, I must say to Mr. Leonard Clinton, hold strong, because the strength of him resides in the strength of the people, and he has been opening our eyes for years. But you know what I see coming, Matt?
What you see coming?
What I see coming is that people are going to talk against this government and in their job. This government can fire people from their job, and the system cannot do nothing for them. Matt, when you can compromise the justice system to get your way, Matt, you kill the country one time. Because that's the only hope people have when they have issues, so that their issues can be redressed. You're telling me you can you can play your hands into the judicial system? Matt, I wish Dominica luck. Thank you, Matt, and I'll be good of questions.
All right, we don't have too much time though. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt. Good
To you.
afternoon. How are you doing, Matt?
Hi. Good afternoon to you too.
Matt, it is quite clear that the judicial system in Dominica is too scary. Daniel Carbon and all of them have declared war on the patriots of Dominica, Matt. And Matt, we're wondering what's going on in Venezuela, if it just happened last night or yesterday, Matt. This dictatorship in Venezuela has been going for forever, Matt. And now you're seeing the effect, Matt. Pretty soon, this country, Dominica, is going to be like that, Matt. And the second thing about Daniel Carbon, Matt, already he's not eloquent. The man is stupid, Matt. And he's...
I can allow you to say the man is stupid, huh? I mean, you think that's the best way to describe him? Oh, you gone. I don't know why. What I want to avoid is, getting personal with these folks there. So you think the man is really stupid? Hello, talk to me. Hi.
Good afternoon, Matt.
How you doing, my brother? We have a few more minutes.
Yes. I'm going to be quick. I want to commend Stanford for his victory in the court.
Okay.
I mean, clearly it was ill-advised. It was political in nature, because them fellas knew all who organized even the truck they claim that came down to overthrow them. And not one individual associated with the organizing of the truck was picked up, because they knew what would have happened. But Matt, I always say Daniel Carbon, the Commissioner of Police, is behaving like a house slave. Matt, to be the Commissioner of Police, you should be happy to have your men around headquarters. So if any emergency, you jump to the occasion, and in a while you get 2 van load of men to deal with the action. When you're giving them curfew, that 10 o'clock they have to get out, go and sleep like children, you is behaving like a kunumunu. I mean, you want your men to be socializing among there in the security and safety of your headquarters, and you're telling them when it's 10 o'clock they have to pack up? And you're telling me this man is not behaving like a kunumunu? Man, shame on Daniel Carbon, man. Thank you.
That's it for today, Friday. The way you do the things you do. Digicel Hour is next right here. I'll be back on your radio come Tuesday morning if God is willing.